Nation will pay a befitting tribute to Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur on his 400 Jayanti, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Army Chief Manoj Mukund Naravane arrives in Dhaka on a 5-day visit to Bangladesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold meeting with state chief ministers on stemming COVID surge. Workshop on Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana in Gangtok focuses on understanding challenges entailed by the scheme. And Meghalaya to examine demand for regularizing over 112 contractual staff services to ensure completion of Greater Shillong Water Supply Scheme. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Manjui. Now the stories in details. Asserting that the nation will pay a befitting tribute to the great Sri Tegh Bahadur on his 400 Prakas Purab, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the young generation needs to learn and emulate the life of the Sikh Guru. In his closing remarks after the high-level meeting to commemorate the 400 Jayanti of the Sikh Guru, Modi emphasized that the entire Guru traditions, along with Guru Tegh Bahadur's life and lessons, should be integral to these celebrations. Modi stressed that millions of people, including Sikhs and others, are walking the road shown by the Guru. Home Minister Amit Shah was also present on the occasion and joined the discussions on the year-long calendar of events planned to mark the special occasion.
नवम गुरु के तौर पर हम सभी उनसे प्रेरणा पाते हैं। आप सभी उनके जीवन के पड़ावों से परिचित हैं, लेकिन देश की नई पीढ़ी को इनके बारे में जानना, उन्हें समझना भी उतना ही जरूरी है। साथियों,
Army Chief Manoj Mukund Naravane has arrived in Dhaka today on a 5-day visit to Bangladesh. Scheduled to call on the Army, Navy and Air Force chiefs of Bangladesh, General Naravane will also be visiting various military stations, a press release issued by the High Commission of India in Dhaka said. The Army Chief will also pay tributes to members of the Bangladesh Armed Forces who made the supreme sacrifice during Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971 by laying a wreath at the altar of Sikha Anirban in Dhaka Cantonment. Scheduled to take part in a seminar on United Nations peace support operations, the General will also witness culmination drill, hardware display and closing ceremony of the multinational joint military exercise Shantir Ugrasena. Shantir Ugrasena been held in Dhaka from April 4 to 12 with the participation of the Indian Army, Bangladesh Army, Royal Bhutan Army and the Sri Lankan Army to pay tributes to Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on his birth centenary and to celebrate 50 years of the liberation of Bangladesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold meeting with chief ministers of all states today to discuss the ongoing COVID situation in India. The meeting comes in the wake of steep rise in fresh infections. He will also discuss the ongoing vaccination drive during the virtual meet. Prime Minister Modi's last interaction with the chief ministers was on March 17. He had expressed concern over the rise in COVID-19 cases in parts of the country and called for quick and decisive steps to check the emerging second peak. Aimed at disseminating lessons from the best practices and understanding challenges related to the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana in Gangtok, the Sikkim Skill Ministry today conducted the first regional workshop in the Northeast region in Gangtok. Delivering his inaugural address, advisor to the Skill Development Department, Government of Sikkim, Satish Chandra Rai, expressed his gratitude to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for conceptualizing the scheme. The youth can avail the scheme to earn their livelihood and make their careers bright, Rai added. Early on in her welcome speech, Secretary Skill Development Department Ganga Devi Pradhan said This workshop is focused on sensitizing, sharing and resolving issues related to the project. Chairman Skill Development Department Binod Chetri was also present on the occasion among others. Social Welfare Minister Kerman Shaila has said he favors capital punishment for rapists and murderers to protect women and children. The law does not allow such punishment, but going by the suffering of women in the state, he feels capital punishment is needed against the perpetrators of such crime. Shaila said laws can be amended, but after proper discussions, even as he added that the department has been actively engaging in awareness activities and consultations wherever needed. He condemned the recent acts of violence against women and children in the Jaintia Hills region and suggested brainstorming sessions for all the stakeholders to find a possible solution to the problem of violence against women and children. Now we take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Hi mom, फिर से शॉपिंग? बाबूजी, आपने इसे बिगाड़ के रखा।
लिमिट में करो तो कुछ बुरा नहीं होता है।
बिना लिमिट शॉपिंग करेगी आपके कार्ड पे ऐड ऑन जो है।
मैंने तो कार्ड पे लिमिट सेट कर दिया। अच्छा, इसके फायदे ये हैं कि रिस्क कम हो जाता है और अगर फ्रॉड भी हुआ तो तुरंत बैंक को बोल दीजिए, नुकसान कम।
दादू, नेक्स्ट टाइम ये पिंक ड्रेस।
यू आर द लिमिट।
लिमिट तो सेट है। आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. The state government has assured to examine the demand of the Hima Mawphlong for regularizing the services of over 112 contractual staff to ensure completion of the Greater Shillong Water Supply Scheme GSWSS Phase 3 within this year. The assurance was made during a meeting convened by the Minister in charge Public Health Engineering PHE Rennington Lingdo. Tongkhar, with the delegation of the Hima Mawphlong Tongkhar, has expressed confidence that by resolving the issue, the department will be able to complete the GSWSS Phase 3 within this year.
Of course, they work on contractual basis, so it has not been regularized. So that's the concern from the Mawphlong, that they wanted that those people should be regularized, for which we are examining from the department, and we have decided in the meeting that we will see how many staff we can regularize to the maximum that we can.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today took the second dose of COVID-19 at the AIIMS, New Delhi. After taking the shot, the Prime Minister said vaccination is among the few ways available to defeat the virus. Urging people eligible to take the vaccine to get the shot soon, the Prime Minister also appealed to register on cowin.gov.in. In the national COVID update, the country has 9,10,319 active cases, even as the cured cases logged 1,18,51,393 released cases. The tally for the dead is 1,66,862. Meanwhile, Maharashtra recorded a new high of 59,907 cases, even as Chhattisgarh's count went past the 10,000 mark for the first time. Karnataka and Uttar Pradesh too reported more than 6,000 cases. A lockdown will be enforced in all the cities of Madhya Pradesh from 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 a.m. on Monday to stem the tide of coronavirus infections. Reporting 17 active cases, Arunachal Pradesh has logged 16,788 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 56. In nearby Assam, the caseload for active cases is 847, even as the discharged cases topped 2,15,722. The tally for the dead is 1,111. Saddled with 75 active cases, Manipur has a caseload of 28,998 released cases, even as the death toll touched 374. In Meghalaya, the active cases topped 108, cured cases logged 13,882, even as the deaths tallied 150. Projecting 60 active cases, Mizoram has 4,451 discharged cases, even as the death toll is 11. Reporting 141 active cases, Nagaland topped 12,143 cured cases, while the death accounted for 92. Saddled with 95 active cases, Sikkim has a caseload of 6,086 released cases, even as the death tallied 136. In Tripura, active cases logged 124 and released cases 33,095. The death accounted for 393. Commissioner and Secretary, Youth Resources and Sports Alan Hang Singh today declared open the second state-level indigenous games competition at the Indira Gandhi Stadium, Kohima. Hang Singh said games and sports have been played from time immemorial. However, over the years, it has become part and parcel in our lives. He encouraged everyone to give importance to indigenous games as it is deeply rooted in our culture. He said the department has come up with different schemes and programs relating to fitness of our body. He stressed the importance of promoting games and sports in our state since the Government of India has come up with a policy of aiming a sport powerhouse in the world by 2028 Olympics. Assistant Director Vivitu, who chaired the program in his welcome address, said that the state-level indigenous games competition, which is now an annual event, was launched in the year 2019. Altogether, participants from 11 districts are taking part in the two-day event. To end the news, the main points once again. Nation will pay a befitting tribute to Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur on his 400th Jayanti, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Army Chief Manoj Mukund Naravane arrives in Dhaka on a 5-day visit to Bangladesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold meeting with state chief ministers on stemming COVID surge. Workshop on Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana in Gangtok focuses on understanding challenges entailed by the scheme. And Meghalaya to examine demand for regularizing over 112 contractual staffers services to ensure completion of Greater Shillong Water Supply Scheme. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.